Oh, hey, you're back. Last time we went over skills and tripods. Now today we're going to go over runes real quick. We didn't include this before because it's a little bit extra, and by now, since you're looking at runes, you are most likely nearing the end of tier 1, maybe into tier 2, and you've started to drop these runes. They drop from different types of content, you consume them, and then it goes into your skills menu here. So this is an additional modification to your abilities. It's kind of like a passive that you can equip. So you can see here I've got a few, not a lot. There is quite a few of them in the game, and they come in different tier levels. So let's use Gale Wind as a good example. You can get these from your Guardian raids. So at the uncommon tier, it's going to give skill casting speed plus 5%. 8% at the blue tier and 12% at the epic tier in purple. There's also legendaries, etc. of a lot of these different skills, so you usually want to equip the best one. However, you can also equip one of each on multiple abilities. So for example, if I wanted to put this on Chain Hook, you can only have 8 skills up to runes. You can only equip 8 skills, so that makes sense. So that's my fluff here. So we're just going to put it on here. So you can see you can have 2 different Gale Winds on abilities there. So unfortunately, I don't want that one on there. So going through each of these, what you do is you just click on your ability that you probably have on your hotbar. Probably don't want to put them on one that you're not using, and you just click on, let's say you only have one, you can click on it, you click either replace, or if it doesn't have one yet, it's just equip. Now what this is, you got to take some quick thoughts here on what the skill says, or the rune says. So this one here is on skill hit. So basically if you miss, you will not get the effect. It makes sense on this one because it's an additional staggered damage. On the chance of on use, so this one says when it's used, can be used on abilities that you don't actually end up hitting them. So I have this one on my shield bash. So when we just hit shield bash, it has a chance to reduce cooldowns. I generally expect, like for my playstyle, I put that on a low cooldown ability so I can just keep hitting the boss with it and having that chance of reducing the cooldowns of all the other abilities. Whereas something like bleed, I want it on a big attack, because I'm actually not sure whether or not the bleed is based on the damage dealt initially or if it's just a flat bleed. Unfortunately, I don't have any info on that, but I have put it on one of my bigger attacks like this, just in case that's how it works. Need more research and detail on that. Things like damage received while casting, these are really good for abilities. I believe I have a bigger one. Yeah, so like on shield charge. So while casting, I'm technically casting the entire time I'm holding down shield charge. So if I'm taking less damage during that, generally I'm charging at the boss. I've got it set up so that I get a shield from the actual skills tripod in shield charge. So I'm getting a shield. So I want to take less damage because I'm just going at the boss. So whereas if you were to put that on just like shield bash, that's a pretty short animation, so you're not really getting as much out of that skill rune. Increased casting speed, you can put it on an ability that takes a long time to cast. So like this one here, you can see how fast that was. If I remove that skill rune, I need to go to the rune here, we'll just unequip it. It's only 12% in this case, so it might not be as noticeable. But because this isn't actually a very long cast time, but if we do it now, you might be able to have noticed. You have to have a good eye for that one. You want that on skills that are like really big though. So eventually you can, your class might have an ability that just takes forever to cast, so that's a good one to put on. Generally, most of my abilities don't take long to cast on Gun Lancers, so I don't have to worry about that too much. So these are the skill runes that I have right now. There is lots more of them in the game. Oh, actually, one of them, a great one, is Wealth. It adds additional specialty meter, so on certain classes, like my own, you gain your shield bar, based on a skill hit, so this one adds more specialty meter on that hit. So this is really great for me to be able to maintain my shields. Other classes like Shadow Hunter, their resource is to be able to transform into their demon form and do more damage. So you can see how that one can really help. So you get to further customize all of your skills after tripods with your runes to kind of cater to your play style or the specific ability to just power them up. There's lots of guides out there that have recommended runes, so you should follow those and go find the ruin. There's tons of content to find them. And there you go. That's it for today. So, cheers.